Golden State Warriors.
To be the guy they sat on the bench in fourth quarters when he first got there. Now he's the clutch guy.
After the loss to the Timberwolves. And they took that loss to just 1 point. Those close ones hurt the most. Forward. Now here's Freak. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. 6 to shoot. Outside Green. This one for 3. Damian Lillard.
Lost hesitation in taking shots in there.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lets it go with a 3. Even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Curry dishes to Freak. Koufos grabs the miss.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Lillard with no one around. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Shoots the 3, and he drops it in. Just a pretty release there from Freak. Freak's got 6.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Lillard outside. They set the screen. And it's Koufos missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Count that one. That's now 8 points for Freak.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's McCollum. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
And Freak throws it down.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Terry Stotts.
One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that.
Here's Maxwell. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Minnesota.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
They've got McCollum. John Lewis out there with Beasley. That's Lance Stevenson. And it's Maxwell in at the point. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. And a wide open look for Freak. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 3rd assist on the night. Trailblazers trail by 10. Beasley with the screen on Thompson. Here's Maxwell, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Warriors?
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Al Farouk Aminu. He's checked in for Michael Beasley. Shot to stop the run. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Warriors leading by 12. Freak from beyond the arc and then some. Freak's got 20 points.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
All right, Doris.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
And stolen by Peyton. Now the dish to Freak. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 26 points for Freak. The pass to McCollum. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and they've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
And here we have the 2K leaderboard showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month. The Warriors, 4th.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Thompson against Maxwell. To the inside, the slam dunk by Aminu.
Elevates and powers in the one-hand.
Textbook.
Yeah, and I'm glad, guys, he doesn't go overboard on that one and get a little too fancy.
And it's Freak missing. Trailblazers trail by 21. Maxwell kicks to Lure. He's looking for McCollum and finds him. And here's Maxwell from beyond the arc. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Freak. Banked in off the glass. Tonight. And so that brings the first half to a close. Been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Been a big game for Freak. He's got 30 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from 3, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Draymond Green is out there with Thompson. Then there's Payton, and it's Curry in at the 5. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation. Kevin, let's look at the Trailblazers to see how they're doing ranking-wise in the NBA. 2nd in assists, 3rd in scoring. And they also show up as a top 5 three-point shooting team. I mean, that's tall cotton there. Elite-level marksmanship from behind the arc.
And let's go back to their assists for a second. When you're sharing the ball like they have, I think it really builds chemistry and trust. This is a group that really plays for each other.
And Freak throws it down.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
The Trailblazers have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks put on a show. He ended up with 38 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high, and that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
There's a screen. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. That's good, and the Warrior lead has got back down to 14 on those points from McCollum.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
And let's step aside for a minute to look at some of the point guards who have been doing a whole lot more than passing lately. They're the top scorers at that position over the last 10 games. Fifth on the list, Damian Lillard.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
And to me, that's what makes them so special. I mean, they don't have one way to punish you offensively. They've got several. You want your point guard to be the most versatile player on the squad, and these guys are. I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
It doesn't seem like too drastic of an injury. The schedule becomes a real grind at this time of the year, and that injury is only going to make things harder on this team. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
And let's just hope the rehab process doesn't drag on any longer than it has to.
Has to freak. Uncovered, and the shot is good. Freak's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Beasley sets a screen for Lillard. Dishes it to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 6 assists in the game.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Curry passes to Freak. Shoots from the baseline. Portland grabs the miss. Lillard's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. McCollum, who scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points.
Warriors leading by 12. Cheeks is out there with Aminu. Then there's Maxwell. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Lure into the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Lillard attacking. 6 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Robinson with the rebound.
Well, he won't miss many of those. Especially...
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Here's Lillard, and the layup is good.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Pass to Freak. Back to Curry. To the paint. Here's Thompson. Can't hit from in close.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Here's Lure. It's rebounded by Payton. Payton's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Lillard, and he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
From 12 feet out. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Thomas Robinson.
44 points for Freak.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Here's Aminu. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
They've raised their field goal percentage just above 50% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
Kufis checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Maxwell. The Warriors also with a sub. Green's checked in. Trailblazers trail by 18. Poked loose and stolen by Freak. And here they go. And it's Green missing. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Second shot opportunity. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Take a look at what Kufis has been doing. He has 8 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
No doubt about it. He's been a rim protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent.
Curry attacking. Step back shot. That's good on the jump shot. And the Warriors lead by 17.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Here's Lillard. Here's Lure. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Floats one up. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Warriors.
Mark, looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Freak. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And he makes the first. A different look now for Portland. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for John Lure. Cheeks checks in for Al Farouk Aminu. And it's Maxwell in for Damian Lillard. Pass to Cheeks. He kicks it to McCollum. And here's Maxwell for 3. And it's McCullough with the rebound. Here's Freak. And it's Portland with the rebound. Here's Maxwell. There's the screen. There's the feed to Kufis. And here's McCollum for 3. Offensive rebound. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well.
Congratulations on this win tonight.
The 2K Sports postgame.